Alrighty, so the piston rings have been installed, all the new ones, but as you can see, they don't sit flush, and that is on purpose, because what we want is when it's inside the cylinder, we want the rings to push out against the cylinder as it's going up and down the cylinder, so that there's no, or at least the smallest amount possible of what's referred to as blow-by, which is when exhaust gases and fuel and everything that's going into the combustion chamber go past, squeeze between the piston and the cylinder wall and make their way down into the bottom. So we need these rings to prevent that from happening. But we also need to compress them to a point where we can get it in, which is where this handy little tool comes in place. So this is a piston ring compressor, and then we're going to use this tool here to just squeeze these together, and then we're going to use that to slide into the cylinder, and then as it goes down, this compressor can come up, it'll eventually just pop out, and this will be inside and mounted correctly. Now, in preparation for that, I've actually gone ahead and lined the inside of the engine, the cylinder walls, with automatic transmission fluid. The reason we do this is because automatic transmission oil is designed specifically to lubricate metallic components that are rubbing together. This is designed to get inside, so we absolutely want that whilst we're, scraping down the piston rings and everything inside here. So it will result in a whole lot of smoke once I get everything else going and I get the first start happening, but it's a small price to pay to make sure that we don't completely shred the cylinder walls to pieces before everything gets moving. So now all I need to do is go back here, obviously remove the end caps, smear a bunch of that assembly lube on the inside all the way around, and then we'll put the piston on top. We'll go underneath with the cap later and put that back on, mount it all up, and we're good to go. Alright, I have all of my end caps mounted and we are getting ever closer to reassembling the engine, but I just wanted to show a little step that I'm taking. So I have eyeballed this, and if we focus, when I've mounted this bottom cap on this side, it's perfectly level, but over here we aren't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mount this snugly, not loose, and I'm not going to fully torque it down, but yeah, I'm just going to mount this so that we close the gap in here and just smoosh everything into exactly the right spot so we don't have any lips like that. And also we've got numbers on the caps on the ends here. This doesn't really help too much, but on this side these numbers match, so this is a reference point. It helps me make sure that I've got the correct cap for the correct conrod. Everything's the same. So like on this one, 225, 225, etc, etc. Everything's got the same number, so a corresponding number. So what I will do is I'll snug these up and leave them mounted like that, and as I go into the engine I'll just grab one at a time and make sure to ensure that I don't get any confusion putting this one on this one, for example, or vice versa, so we can make sure that everything is as perfect as it can possibly be. So yeah, we'll just get these snugged up and then we'll put it back in the engine. Alright, so we're getting ready to prep the pistons and the end caps with the new bearing caps. We have cam assembly lube, which also, before anyone gets really upset, it is for camshaft and crankshaft bearings, which is what these are. So what we do is we install just a little bit. Now this is not the same as oil, this is like incredibly sticky stuff. This is designed to stay inside of here for the first few seconds and provide lubricant until the oil pressure gets up. If we just put oil in here, it'll get pushed out and then it'll destroy the connecting points or the friction points before the oil gets a chance to actually do the proper job. So we line this up with the little tag for this window here. We also double check to make sure we can see. Yep, everything's clean, beautiful. So really thin layer of oil, and then we do our little assembly, ideally not looking through the camera so you can line it up properly. And there we go. See, we just need a little bit, no, yeah, a little bit more. There we go, perfect. Alright, so that's good there. Same with this, just sort of click it in. There's no drain hole on this side, so that doesn't really matter. We don't have to look for it, so we just put these in, and that's pretty much it. So I'll do all the rest, and we'll be ready for installation.